Am I the a-hole for wanting to show up to my daughter's secret proposal while uninvited by her fiance? Hey, if you love Am I the a-hole content, definitely drop a follow, drop a sub. I'd really appreciate it as we're trying to grow. Thank you so much and enjoy the video. My daughter and her boyfriend have been in a relationship for about 2.5 years. And her boyfriend asked me for his blessing last week to marry my daughter. Exciting! He recently called me on the phone and indirectly asked me if I could please not show up to their proposal. I am conflicted on deciding whether or not to show up to their proposal. I am a single mother to her as her father died when she was 2 years old. So I have been the widowed parent to her for about 21 years and a parent in general for about 23 years. I feel that being a single parent holds me more of an impact when it comes to my presence in her proposal because if I don't show up, no parent of hers will. I can't discuss this decision with my daughter yet because it would spoil the surprise of her engagement. I know that she would want me to be there for her proposal, but I know it's her fiance's proposal as well, and I don't want to disrespect his wishes. I don't know if it would be wrong of me to show up for my daughter's proposal even though I'm technically uninvited. I feel that I should show up for my daughter because I'm an important person to her and this is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of event. But I don't know if it's a selfish decision of me to show up uninvited. Will I be the a-hole? OP, if you even have to ask the question, you already know. You are the a-hole. I've never heard of someone being like, oh man, a parent should be at the proposal. Like, no. Some people literally do it at their favorite restaurant. Some people do it at a theme park. Some people do it on vacation. Sure, there is plenty of times where somebody does it at a party, has like a literal event for everyone to come by and they have some excuse for the reason that they're getting everybody together. But that's not what they're doing. It sounds like they want it to be private. It doesn't sound like this boyfriend is inviting everybody else besides you, so you really shouldn't take it personally. It's not your proposal. You said it yourself. You can be at the wedding. You can walk her down the aisle. You can have the first dance. You can do so many things because sometimes a single mother has to be both the father and the mother, and they are so important in their life. An important thing to think about and consider. You also have to consider what your daughter wants. This is something that she wants to share most likely between her and her partner, just like that's what the boyfriend is saying. They're saying, hey, listen, I'm going to do the right thing and ask for your permission, even though that's a totally antiquated thing. Most people won't even do it anymore. And even if you were to say no, it's not like that was going to stop him. It's more of a thing for show and a thing of respect to the older generation, which I also did. Nothing wrong with that. But you can't let it dictate what's going on. You should feel lucky that you were even involved this far. But the fact that they had to ask you not to show up means that this is a common thing that you do. You show up to things that you're not supposed to be at. I just can't imagine why they would make this something they say. That seems like such a specific thing to do, right? You need to let things be between themselves and another person. And if you are going to have the luxury of being there, you need to let it happen by their terms. And unfortunately, those terms just aren't there. I think this is a simple cut and dry case of like, yeah, you'd be the asshole if you crashed it. You wouldn't do this to anybody else, and you should never feel entitled to be part of anything in your daughter's life. It is your daughter's life. You should just be thankful when they're asking you to be there. At least that's how I would do it as a parent. I would never force myself into a situation. I really hope I would never have to be in a situation where I would be a single parent, and I just can't imagine that happening to me because me and my wife have a great relationship. I'm very lucky. I will thank the freaking heavens, stars, whatever might exist out there every day because that is true. But you gotta respect their wishes, OP. It's just that simple. You'd be the a-hole, but let's see what other people think. One commenter says, please don't make their engagement about you. Short, simple, and straight to the point. That is exactly it, isn't it? Don't make their engagement about you. It's great that you have been there for them their entire life and you've managed to pick up the slack in an unfortunate situation with like your partner dying, OP. But yeah, this ain't your engagement. You said it yourself. Everybody's going to say it. There's not a single person that's going to tell you, yeah, do it. You have a right to. You should. Like, I can't imagine one person saying that. It's just not going to happen. And I think in your heart you knew that too. Another commenter says, if I don't show up, no parents of hers will. Yeah, parents don't belong at proposals. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've never heard of anybody being like, I need to be at the proposal. I need to be there. But you know what? That's just my opinion. Thank you for checking out my content, and I'll catch you in the next one.